The call came at 12:07 a.m. Not from my wife, not from family, my neighbor. His voice was low, careful, the kind people use when they're afraid of saying the wrong thing. "She's sitting in your driveway," he said. "Your daughter, alone. It's midnight. She's hurt." The world narrowed to a single sound, my own breathing, sharp and mechanical. 500 miles away, a hotel room that smelled like detergent and old coffee, my suitcase still open, my life split clean down the middle by one sentence. I asked how bad it was. He paused. Too long. Enough. I hung up and called my wife, straight to voicemail. Again. The phone stayed cold in my hand. I called my mother-in-law next. She answered on the third ring. I told her what was happening. Her reply was instant, flat. "She's not our responsibility." The line went dead. I stood there, staring at the carpet, listening to the silence settle. Somewhere far away, my daughter was sitting on concrete, waiting for someone who wasn't coming. 5 hours passed like that. She stayed there, alone. At 5:11 a.m., with nothing left to try, I called my brother. "I need you," I said. He didn't ask why. I didn't cry on the drive home 2 days later. I didn't raise my voice when I walked into the house. I didn't ask questions that would give anything away. That's how I knew something was wrong. I was too calm. My wife was waiting for me, already prepared. Apologies lined up like excuses rehearsed in the mirror. She talked about misunderstandings, about stress, about things being complicated lately. She never mentioned our daughter. That omission lodged itself deep inside me. My brother sat at the kitchen table, silent, watching. He had always been blunt, incapable of subtlety, but now his restraint was deliberate, calculated. When my wife finally stopped talking, I asked one question: "Where were you that night?" Her answer came too fast. I nodded, filed it away. That night, after everyone slept, I walked through the house like a stranger. I noticed what I had missed before: new passwords, muted notifications, a phone never left face down, a life running parallel to mine. The betrayal wasn't loud. It was precise, surgical, and somewhere inside it, my daughter had been forgotten. I didn't confront her. I observed. I checked phone records during lunch breaks, late-night calls, a name saved as a coworker I'd never heard of. The timing aligned too perfectly with my trips. I replayed old conversations in my head, moments where she'd been distant, irritable, almost relieved when I left town. At home, I played my role. I cooked dinner, asked about her day, kissed her forehead goodnight. Inside, I counted. My brother helped without being asked. He had taken my daughter to the doctor, documented everything: photos, times, statements. He spoke to the neighbor, then to someone else. I didn't ask who. One night, I watched my wife texting in the dark. Her face softened in a way I hadn't seen in years. That expression wasn't meant for me. That was when I understood. The driveway wasn't an accident. It was a choice. The proof arrived quietly: a printed report, a timeline, messages saved, forwarded, archived. I laid it all out on the kitchen table the next morning. She knew before I spoke. Her hands trembled as she picked up the papers. Her breath caught on the third page, on the photo. "Say it," I said. She tried to explain, words spilling over each other, blame, confusion, love twisted into something unrecognizable. I didn't interrupt. When she finished, I asked, "Where was our daughter?" She didn't answer. That silence told me everything. I stood and slid one final document toward her: custody filings, medical records, witness statements. My brother had been busy. "You don't get to choose when you're a parent," I said, "and you don't get to abandon one." Her face collapsed, not from guilt, but from realization. She had already lost. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't threaten. I simply stood there while the truth dismantled the life she thought she controlled. She reached for me, I stepped back. I know, I said softly. I've known. That was the moment she broke. The house is quiet now. My daughter sleeps down the hall, safe, wrapped in certainty. I don't replay the night anymore. I don't ask why. I don't imagine alternate endings. Some betrayals don't deserve understanding. They deserve exposure. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't forgive. I documented. I waited. I acted. And when it was over, I walked away. Not angry, not broken,